5. Sole roll plus inside cut. A dribble even defenders must master. First, roll the ball across with the sole of your foot and step over it. When teaching kids, many just roll the ball without stepping over it entirely, but you must completely step over it so that the rolling foot instantly becomes your next plant foot. Right after, push off with the inside of your opposite foot. I honestly think this simple movement might be the single most frequent defender bypassing action in the history of football. I believe this move is used far more by midfielders and defenders rather than forwards. This is because this dribbling pattern isn't about actively taking the initiative to break down a defender. Instead, it's a reactive to break down a feint used when an opponent aggressively lunges in to steal your ball. A common mistake is that players surprisingly often step on top of the ball and lose their balance while executing this skill. On the flip side, if you try to do it too gently, you'll lose your grip on the ball completely. Ultimately, this comes down to pure muscle memory and feel, meaning there is no alternative to repetitive practice. To add another subtle detail, when you roll the ball across, pulling it slightly inward toward your body framework allows you to cleanly escape the defender's tackling radius and maximizes the effectiveness of the skill. The way to maximize this skill is using a 180-degree strategy variation called the hyper chop. Frequently used by players like Neymar and Lee Kang-in, you roll the ball across with your sole in the exact same manner. At this point, the defender heavily anticipates that you will push away with your inside. However, the hyper chop snaps the ball diagonally backward from here, completely evading the defender's pressure. The thing to look out for is leaving the ball at an optimal distance, so you can immediately transition into your next move after chopping it back. Ultimately, the beauty of the hyper chop is that it takes a ball sitting between you and the opponent and hides it completely behind your body framework, making it incredibly advantageous for shielding. Furthermore, once you master this skill, it becomes incredibly difficult for opponents to read your passes or shots. As you can see, passing and shooting normally require a visible windup, but if you fire a pass or a shot right during the inside breakout, immediately following the sole roll, it eliminates almost all telegraphing or backswing. Because there's zero advance warning, it's impossible to predict. Personally, when I want to slip a pass right through an opponent's legs or slot a nutmeg past a keeper in a one-on-one, I intentionally roll the ball once or twice before striking.